morning, guys. It's Admiral Pegasus here with the Pegasus Show, and on today's show, yes, it's Patch Note Day. It is Patch 67 Mirror Universe Part 1, and yeah, there's a fair bit coming into this as well. So why don't we jump straight into it and have a look? But before we get there, don't forget to click the like button and subscribe to the channel if you have not already. So, Mirror Universe, yes. We are being given a new section in the galaxy, and new hostiles, new currencies, new research, new refinery, new officers, and new features. Yeah. Oh, lovely. But anyway, so the balance of the power of the universe has been shattered, driven into hiding by the Klingon-Cardassian alliance. Okay, the other way around. For her failures, Kira Nerys has emerged from the shadows, turning the tides of conflict in the process. Now, I did think that this was going to be the DS9 version. I mentioned it to my alliance only this morning, given by the image of Kira Nerys. So, yeah, looks like it's going to be that. But we are not starting with the DS9 version of the officers. Armed with her classified alliance intel and the irresistible allure, the once intendant, that's the word I was looking for yesterday, our Terranor is now claimed to be the mantle of the Terran Empress, a figurehead who is feared and beloved in equal measure by her new Terran subjects. However, a select few have proven to be resilient to the charms of the Empress, in defiance of the Bajoran ruler. Picard and the crew of the Enterprise D have chosen a path of resistance. The lone spark of rebellion will ignite the fires of war, a war that will decide the future of the Terran Empire. Now, for those of you who remember the Deep Space Nine one, Smiley and the other Terrans managed to take Terranor over and kick the Klingon-Cardassian alliance out of it. And obviously the attendant ran away nicely. So, but we never knew what continued afterwards. We know from Star Trek Voyager, whether you like Discovery, season 4, that the last crossover between the two universes was around about the 27th century. Because obviously Discovery ended up in the 32nd century, and Kolvich, spoiler alert, who we learned is Agent Daniels from Enterprise, actually said that the last crossover between the two universes was 500 years ago. So this is when obviously that Georgiou was going through this being pulled apart by the temple and interdimensional tides, because she was from from the Mirror Universe. But that's as much as I'm going to go. So we don't fully know what happened with the Terran Universe, but there are some beta canon with books and comics and everything, which does create more of the Terran Universe. Obviously, this conflict is going to cause ripples across the galaxies through dimensions, and all remains is to cast the Firestone, Terra Firma. So what we're going to have then is a new galaxy expansion. There is this is going to be unique in the way that it's done. The fact that you're going to need tokens as part to enter it and to get out of it, I believe. I'm not 100% sure. But once you're in, that's it. You can't get out. You can't just recall home. Protected cargo is also no. It's not happening. There is no protected cargo. So which basically means OPC hunting literally starts as soon as you kill one target. That's it. You're over cargo. So watch out for that one. I have just watched the video that's Bex has put out on the Star Trek Fleet Command YouTube channel. So again, I'd recommend you check that out. The new Apex barrier that we covered in a video last night. I don't know if there's going to be much more in here about that one, but there is also the research tree, some new hostiles, the new refineries I've mentioned, the officers, missions, buffs, primes and refits, cosmetics, battle pass, and more. So, Starting off then is the filter that I briefly mentioned in last night's video about officer filtering. So it looks like there is going to be a demonstration of how this is going to work. So I recommend that you do go change that out. But as the little write-up says here, basically you're going to be able to filter your officers according to abilities now. And Bex did show it off in the video. It looks pretty good, and I really do think that this is going to help players. What it means in assigning officers tab, I do not know, because the only part that she actually showed was the recruit screen. So that's something we're going to have to look at. I mean, I'm guessing you're going to get to be able to play with this as soon as the game comes up. So which brings me to, remember to update your game client. Remember to update it. The updates should be available by the time this video is released. So as you can see, it's 9:23 right now at the time recorded. It's not been released yet, but they usually do record it, release it within the next hour or so. So this should be a great new feature for new players. But anyway, here we go. The Mirror Universe, Ops 40 and above, and this includes 49 new systems, containing a number of systems designated for the Mirror Universe. Now, it is just to the south of Klingons, southwest of Klingon space, so watch out for it. But it's shrouded by this big cloud. You can see with all these systems, they're all called mirror systems. Entrance is going to be via a rift, which you will have to park over. So this is something you can look at, and there will be required tokens to get into this. From what, as I understand, you're going to be getting 900 free tokens every 3 days. So to enter it, and it's going to cost you, I think, about 300 to enter. Players can only travel through and out of the Mirror Universe by using the interphasic rifts or the active abilities of the Disco Jump, the Eviscerator, Special Rip, and the Borg Transport Network will not work. They won't work, so don't even try it. I'm guessing you're gonna get you'll just turn around and tell you it won't work. And as you can see as well, it's stating that there's going to be no protected cargo. There is the ways to mine and defeat hostiles. Trillium A and Trillium D is being brought into this. So they're taking that from the Season 3 of Enterprise and using that as a currency. For those of you who remember, Trillium D was a very potent substance, especially in its liquid state. Very explosive, very dangerous, but it was the best thing to line the hulls of your ships. So how are we going to navigate this? All level eligible players, basically 40 and above. It begins with the first system, Entry Rift. Systems are Memory Alpha Centauri and Mirror Wolf and Mirror Sirius. So these are going to be your three systems. Spend 3 these vouchers, not tokens, they're called vouchers this time, to enter the Rift and warp into the Mirror Universe. Now, you will not be able to just randomly warp around, because as this next one tells you, to traverse deeper into it, warp to and park in a rift and choose of your choosing and pay the right rarity specific mirror rift keys to move to another system in the path. Yeah. So the keys, that's the image there. Yeah. Then you're going to need them to travel around. So these can be gained from the refinery. There are 3 rarities. There's common, uncommon, and premium. Obviously, the premium ones will let you go really deep as well. New Terran hostiles for loot and mine trillium mines for raw trillium A and D. Get out of the Mirror Universe by using the extract rifts found in some Mirror Universe systems. So there's going to be selected systems you can use to get out. An extract or recall is only available when the ship is parked in the extract rift. So you will need to enter these rifts just to actually move. To get in, to get out, to move around. So bear that in mind. This is the only way to leave the mirror universe other than your ship being destroyed or letting your vouchers expire. So by vouchers expire, I'm guessing there's going to be a time limit on this, on how long you have in there. This is something, again, we can look at as well. There is no protected cargo. If your ship is destroyed in the mirror universe, your cargo is lost. And now I don't know if that means going over to your opponent. So obviously if it's a hostile, then fair dues. So here you go. Eligible players will receive the free vouchers every 3 days, available, and then obviously more's available in the in-app store, as well as day one gift in the game to help you get started into the mirror universe. So I will potentially do a live stream either today or tomorrow where I will showcase this. I'll have a quick look around when I get the opportunity, but we'll see what the day one gift actually reveals first. So next up is the barrier modifier. We know what this is going to do. Basically, it's adding that true mitigation to your ship and basically increasing your hull health or increasing the number of hostiles that you can kill, whichever way you look at it. It's going to work for PvE and PvP. Yeah, so it looks like it's going to be changing the PvP meta again. And the officers that we have coming this month, again, are going to be changing that PvP meta again. Sourcing for the officers, I will just say straight now, I should say it really later, but we'll say it now while I remember it, is going to start on the first weekend. Are you going to be able to source the rare officer this month? Given the fact that I've not actually sourced one rare officer yet in 2024, during its initial month, I'm going to say no. Out of all the rare officers released this month, I've only got one, and I got her through an event store. I got it through an event store. That's it. I got the epics, not a problem. But yeah, so 11 PvP only Apex barrier nodes in the mirror tree. So this is the research. PvP Apex barrier officers that significantly increase survivability. 1 mirror universe hostiles in Apex barrier node in the mirror tree, and 3 new hostiles focused Apex barrier refits, and 1 hostile plus PvP barrier prime. So there are certain hostiles in the mirror universe that you are going to need this Apex barrier to defeat. You are going to need it. So watch out for that one. Apex barrier will not work with armadas. Read more in depth on the following blog. Yeah, okay, fine, fair dues, whatever. Mirror universe research. You would have noticed the new button appearing in your tab. So we're going to have a whack of research nodes. Actually, I think there's going to be like 75 or something like that. And basically what they're going to do is go towards increasing your barrier in both PvE and PvP. You're going to have ship efficiencies for G4 through G6. Sigma G6 cost efficiencies, which is going to be great. Isolated defense and damage. Ships plus 1 slot. I'm not quite sure what that means, but that'll be an interesting one. The good one I can see in here is Syndicate XP daily free claim. So that's going to be nice. And PvP hostiles combat HHP repair. So I think this is just generally basically going to repair your ship every time you take on the hostiles. So resources can be sourced in the following way. Common is sourced via the mirror universe. Uncommon is sourced over time via the mirror universe. And rares is sourced by special targets in the mirror universe. Epics is sourced over time from special targets in the mirror universe, and premium is currently exclusive to events in-game and in the in-app store. Whew. Yeah, a lot coming on with this. So now let's just throw this in there. Are there going to be any bugs? The amount of stuff that they're releasing today, and if we go on history, every time they do a major expansion like this, yes, there is going to be problems. I would not be surprised if we have a couple of hours delay to the events and the starting of the arc. In fact, just generally coming out of maintenance is usually a bit of an issue when they do massive expansions like this. So here's some of your nodes. Obviously, come and check out the patch notes so you can actually have a quick gander what's in there. But by all means, check them out when you actually get logged back into game. The Mirror Universe is exclusive to players who participate in the Mirror Universe activities, including 75 research nodes, and is the primary source for the new barrier modifier. So basically adding stuff back into your game. Now, I do apologise for any noise in the background. Unfortunately, the kids are still off on half term from school. So, yeah, my son's being very loud this morning. So, but hey-ho, that's him. Terran hostiles then. So, a single target hostiles per grade, and investing in the new barrier will vastly improve your chances of defeating them. These hostiles can drop 2 types of loot, the common and uncommon. The Terran hostiles that will drop the uncommon not only provide great rewards, but will require the Apex barrier to defeat, as I've already previously mentioned. So you're going to have the Defiant here. As you can see, it's got some of the Terran colours on it. And it's obviously registered with the ISS. So you got that one. You got the Galaxy Class X. Galaxy Class X. This is the version that we saw in... oh, freaking heck. Oh, things. Oh, bloody hell. Oh, it's the final episode of Next Generation. It's the final one in season 7. Oh my god. All good things. That's it. All good things. So this is the ship that we saw in there. Obviously, it's going to have the phaser lance on it, but obviously it depends what the weapons are going to be. But as you can see, this one's painted in the Terran colours. So... once you travel to the Mirror Haven, players will be able to obtain both loot types as well. I believe there's also going to be like the Katinga, there's a Cardassian Gala class starship. So yeah, just generally watch out for them. So got some images there. Here's a brief of how the new hostiles perform during combat. Dismantle at the start of combat. If the enemy is hull breached, this ship increases its standard damage by X% for 1 round. Deadlock at the start of combat. Hull breach enemy player for duration of combat. Photophobia. At the start of the round, if an enemy is hull breached, this ship increases its isolated damage for 1 round. So basically everything here aimed around hull breach on your ship. Not the opponent's, your ship. So how that's going to work, it'll be interesting to actually see. But it looks like standard damage and isolated damage will be increased as well. So, but obviously deadlock at the start of combat, hull breach enemy play. So it will hull breach you by the sounds of this. I could be wrong. Mirror Universe, Refinery and Liquid Trillium. So as you traverse through the universe, defeat the Terran Empire hostiles, you collect the loot. You'll use an extraction rift to leave and make use of your haul. Players will be able to exchange the raw loot for Liquid Trillium D. This can be used in the refinery for the following. So, the vouchers to get into the universe. Some dust, which is going to actually be the currency you're going to need for the new research. Rift keys, which obviously means you can travel around. NX01 officers, so now we've got sourcing for all the officers. Holodeck building materials, forbidden take, and tokened resources. So instead of it being raw resources being put, which is raidable, this is tokens that's going to you can keep in backstock for when somebody does raid you and you can rebuild. Wow, there's a lot there. There's a lot there. But anyway, let's jump into the officers quickly. So we've got Mirror Picard. He's your epic this month. Take the shot on the start of round. This is a captain's maneuver, by the way. Increases your isolated cascade by X for X rounds. So that's going to be big. Base is 50. Big synergy is 50. So you got a chance to go to 150. And small will be 25. yeah, this is a PvP ability. These are PvP officers this month. So just bear that in mind. Officer ability, anti-collective. On the start of round against players with Assimilate, Mirror card increases your barrier by X% for one round. So as you can see, they're starting off at 20,000. So as we mentioned about the way the barrier works, if you've got 100 XP, this is going to increase that to 300 HP. Okay, and then obviously tops out 30,000, so that's basically increasing that 100 straight to 400. Okay, so that's the way that's going to work. Looks like they're going to be doing a bonus again. This will run for 10 days. The code is only available starting 30 minutes after. Or run for 10 days. All ops players 10 above are eligible with this code. Using the code through the mirror. No spaces, through the mirror. Okay, so watch out for that one. Rare Data is going to be your next officer. Again, this one's going to have another captain's maneuver. So it's brilliant. We're not looking at below deckers this month. I'm sure some of them will come along at some point. Captain maneuver is self-improvement. On the start of combat against an interceptor player, so against Kelvins and Pylons and things like that, Mirror Data increases your barrier by X for the duration of combat. Now, these are small. It's base 750, big synergy 750, so that's 1,500, 2250. 2250. So you're easily going to go from XP of starting at 100 HP, and you'll easily go to just over 300 HP. So using full synergy. Obviously, full synergy is not going to work this month because we don't have it. All the officers that come and join the Mirror Universe are under the same synergy group. So just bear that in mind. Also, abilities, reflections on the start of round. Against players, Mirror Data has an X% chance to apply Assimilate. So now this is taking Assimilate from the below deck slot and actually putting it on the bridge. Now remember, Assimilate is the chance to, if I remember correctly, reduce the opponent's officer's abilities by 25%, if I remember correctly. And it is a PvP state. So starting at 45%, topping out at 100%. All players will have the ability to source these officers in the event starting weekend 1. So there'll be nothing up until Saturday. So then obviously you got some missions. You got 10 core missions, 10 side missions, and 1 Mirror Universe mission. The core missions are going to be for level 34 and up, so at least they get to do something. The 2 side missions are going to go down as far as level... Also, one's going to go down as far as level 25. And then the next one is going to be level 40. And obviously the Mirror Universe Warp Unlock mission is going to be a level 40, given the fact it is a level 40 area. In order to travel further into the Mirror Universe, players must find and complete a hidden planetary mission. So there's a hint. See, now you got a reason to go in there to actually have a look. Next up is primes, buffs, and refits. So we're going to try and quickly cover these. So you've got 3 new primes covering in the Mirror Universe tree. So you've got Prime Mirror Universe, Prime Research Efficiency, Apex Barrier against players, and Prime Isolytic Damage. Then you've also got 3 refits. Now these are going to be the G4 rares. So I mean they actually look pretty nice. I've got to admit, dark coloured skin. So, and what these will provide is 500 barrier. Wow, in PvE. Oh my god, 500. Are they joking? They're saying that 10,000 is needed for 100%. And all this is going to do is give you 5%. 5%, that is it. Oh my god, that is shockingly crap. Oh my god. Wow. So I can take my 100 HP hull to 105. That's if I've done the maths right. That's if I've done the maths right. based on what I'm understanding. I'm no mathematician, but oh my god. That really does... Oh my god. Yeah. I'm not even going to go any more on it. The Eviscerator is also getting a skin coming out this month, which I don't quite know what this is going to do. Oh, increases the base max cargo size for the gun ship, as well as increasing Apex ship parts by 50% and the gun Eviscerator parts by 30% in the Eviscerator refinery. Wow. I can't even make a case to take this above tier 1, so why am I going to bother with that? Oh my god. Obviously, these are all going to be paywalled. You know for a fact that they are, so generally the vast majority of players don't worry too much. Battle Pass and new cosmetics. Obviously, we've got some new officers coming up, and with the fact it is Pride Month this month, Discovery has been rainbowed, so that will be nice. And then obviously it looks like we've got Jean-Luc celebrating over something there. 3 new frames and also the hailing frequency. So that's everything we've got coming. Then obviously there's going to be a slew of bug fixes and improvements. So obviously do come and check them out. But that's it. I can't say I'm looking forward to a new loop. I can't say I'm looking forward to a new grind. I can't say I'm looking forward to adding more stuff back into the game when I've managed to curtail quite a bit. But I do see some value in places. Is it going to be enough at the end of the day? Well, we'll have to just have a look at the end of the day. But the one thing I do like is the ability to sort your officers by specific abilities. So that'll be interesting to say the least. But anyway, let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Is this something you're looking forward to? Is this just adding more to the game that we don't... Yes, it's nice to have them, but yeah, let me know what you think. I'm struggling to think of the words at the minute. So, but anyway, thank you for joining me. I'm Admiral Pegasus. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Until next time, stay safe, live long and prosper, and I shall catch you on the next one. Goodbye.